And so from your perspective, I know you mentioned automation several times and kind of making sure that you have that. How much of that is within your focus when you're thinking about total cost of ownership, but really more on the soft costs of, does it all work together? Does it help us achieve our goals, and not just from the dollars saved?
It's huge, and I think that is our main focus. I think dollar saves are great, and I'm speaking on behalf of the team, but yeah, dollar saves are great, and that's obviously what people want. But also at the end of the day, it needs to be effective. So whether you're when you're bringing something in, we look at it from, is this going to save us time? Is it going to save the end user time? Is it going to be something that has longevity and that we can build on? And I think all of those encompass total cost of ownership. So yes, it's great that we might save money when we're bringing things in, but also if you're bringing something in and we're saving money, but you're costing the IT team even more hours, it kind of they go against each other. So I think for us, it's really important to make sure that any solutions that we bring into place are really giving back to the people on the ground, which is our IT engineers, our systems engineers, and making sure that we're not, triggering more costs associated with time, which is a big thing. And I know that a lot of companies do kind of struggle with that, and making sure that the product that we're getting in, regardless of cost savings initially, is actually going to save us money in the long run, because it's working for everyone as it should.
Yeah. And so I guess there's kind of that evaluation of hard costs, soft costs, everything else in between. But usually that is when you're, I'd say, given some more options, given some more flexibility. And so what are the things that MiQ relies on regardless of costs, right? We know that we need this in order to kind of have this type of approach when we want to make sure that the organization is secure, when we want to make sure that we're productive. So what are those baseline needs that you say, look, regardless of what that is, we know that we need to continue to operate like this in order to ensure kind of where MiQ is heading in the future?
I think for ourselves, it is a product that, again, kind of repeating that, making sure that it's growing and scaling is like a big thing for us. And in terms of products that we're getting in soft costs and things like that, I think it has to enable us to really focus on the end goal of what is at the end of this year, what's at the end of next year, and where do we see ourselves. And we're very good at kind of putting those indexes in place as to where we want to be. And I think it's ensuring that whatever we're bringing in is going to align with that, regardless of cost.
Yeah, and I think a lot of pieces of around that too is what's happening out there in the world. How can we continue to adjust, and making sure that when we're thinking about the tools and the technologies that allow us to secure our organizations a little bit more. Usually those are some of the elements that you start to think about of, okay, we need some baseline, but then also how do we think about operating? How do we make sure that people are productive? How do we make sure that all of that is achieved regardless of what the tooling, kind of the considerations that we might have?
Please subscribe and check out more content from us.